You ever love someone? I mean, like, really, like, love someone. You look at them and see straight past every obvious fault. You fight sometimes, but deep down you know that you care about each other on a level that could never be matched. They disappear from your life for 10 years, come back as if nothing happened for like a day or two, and then disappear again just as quickly. I can still see her clear as day in my mind's eye. Her fiery orange hair, her soft viridian eyes, her red suspenders. Okay, well, I guess it's time to start seriously considering YouTube as a full-time career, because if any potential employers see that, I am done. Anyways, like many other people, I grew up watching the Pokemon anime. I got into it in the mid to late 2000s, so I grew up watching the new episodes of Battle Frontier and reruns of Advanced Battle on Cartoon Network. But, to make a long story short, by the time Diamond and Pearl started up, I was more interested in the first couple seasons of the show. Kanto through Johto, henceforth known as the original series. If you ask current day Jonii what's different about the original series that made it more appealing to me at that age, I would probably largely point to the writing, which takes itself much less seriously. This is emphasized by how loose the dub was with translation in comparison to Diamond and Pearl and the other newer seasons. The 4Kids dub of Pokemon was wild.
I am a flaming Moltres!
That outfit! Where'd he get it?
I think that costume came right out of his closet.
If you asked little 7 or 8-year-old Jonii, he probably would have said something else. I'd be lying if I said that I completely knew why, but elementary school Jonii was very, very attached to Misty. Not in like a waifu kind of way though. No. It would take me years to achieve that level of degeneracy. Elementary school Jonii wanted nothing more than to see Ash and Misty hook up, and mother of God, he was not the only one. By the way, side note, when I was writing that opening bit, I noticed that Bulbapedia describes Misty's eye color as viridian, which means that the design team fucked up when they finalized the design for Misty. It has now become obvious to me that her eyes clearly should have been cerulean. Think about it. It's right there. It's right there. Anyways, bottom line, when I was younger, I shipped Ash and Misty hardcore. And so did an entire generation of fan artists, fanfic writers, AMV editors. You get the picture. I feel like the stars aligned just right for this one. Ash x Misty was, perhaps, the first true example of a significant shipping fandom developing around a fucking children's cartoon.
Oh, they fucking.
Or animated medium in general, really. It's even referred to as Pokéshipping, despite the gigantic amount of other shippings that are prevalent in the Pokemon fandom. Partially because it was one of the earliest to come out of this huge, weird abomination of a franchise. Baby's first shipping, if you will. It helps that, according to our Lord and Savior, Wikipedia, use of the words ship and shipper date back as far as 1996, originating from the Usenet group alt.tv.xfiles. You guys remember Usenet? So, why were people so into Pokéshipping? Well, as with any shipping, there were a variety of hints in the anime. Tamashi Hiroka did a video a few years ago that covers a lot of them, and I recommend checking that out. But I'm sure a lot of the other YouTubers have done some legwork for me and gotten all those precious moments out there into the wild. Here's a good one. In this episode, Misty's clearly jealous of this girl who's starting to get a little too close to... Oh, I can't see the interpersonal conflict over that WordPad document there. Maybe we just need something with a better visual. Although I can tell that this channel's loyal fan base is a big fan of all the text, so maybe I just don't understand the Pokéshipping community. Maybe we need to take the traditional approach. Ash and Misty's relationship begins, obviously, when Ash ends up on the hook of her fishing line and steals her bike. In the Japanese version, Misty even gives Ash a really painful-looking slap. The classic romantic origin story, really. He destroys the bike, and she follows him around in order to make sure that she gets paid back for it. And because I guess she has nothing better to do with the next year of her life. Misty has a pretty standard tsundere dynamic with Ash. For those of you who don't watch enough anime to know what that means, I hope you're enjoying your healthy sex life. Basically, if a character is a tsundere, it means that they switch between having a cold, angry attitude and a warm, affectionate one. Remind you of anyone? In a lot of cases, the cold, angry attitude will mostly manifest itself towards one character. Although, Misty's kinda got an attitude problem in general. So why do people ship her with Ash and not Brock, for instance? Well, a lot of people actually do ship her with Brock. It's called gym shipping, and it actually has a pretty decent following. But back to my point. I have a point? For one thing, Misty gave up whatever the fuck life she had before this to travel with Ash. Yes, it's because of
my podcast touch him.
But half the time, that seems like an excuse, and by the time she moves on and stops hanging around with these two weirdos, it's established that she'd forgotten about the bike altogether. In addition to this, in the general tsundere attitude towards Ash, there's the constant blushing when anyone suggests they're dating, and her obvious jealousy when other girls show romantic interest in Ash, as you heard behind that WordPad document. Giselle is a particularly notable example.
She marks one of the only examples in the series where Ash is actually visibly attracted to another character, and Misty is none too happy about it. Holy shit.
This is also a crucial plot point for Misty's character in Pokemon the Movie 2000, or The Power of One, where Melody gets a little too close to him. There's also a few examples of Ash getting similarly jealous when Misty has something going on with another guy, like Rudy and Danny from the Orange Islands are. Let's briefly go through a couple other highlights. There's a couple shots throughout the course of the anime where Ash gives Misty the old male gaze, most notably in The Beauty and the Beach, where he sees Misty in a swimsuit and comments that she actually looks like a girl for once. Huh. And in The Ghost at Maiden's Peak, where said male gaze is immediately followed by the two dancing together. Oh, the ending of Pokemon Heroes, not that one, where Misty and Brock express absolute shock at the sight of Latias, Bianca, kissing Ash is also a favorite moment of mine. My favorite part of this whole shot might be that everybody is stunned except Pikachu, who's just like, oh hell yeah. And something I had totally forgotten about before I started working on this video, the Misty lore. Not to be confused with the Misty lore, which I guess is what I'm discussing right now. Okay, so this is kind of weird. Misty is shown using a fishing lure that's shaped like herself. She calls it the Misty Special, which on its own, that's a bit narcissistic, but the fact that it clearly has a different appearance every single time that it's on screen suggests that she has multiple lures designed to look like her, and I don't even know where to begin with that. I can't accept the lore for this lore. Anyways, the reason that I bring this up is because, in the Battle Frontier episode, The Unbeatable Lightness of Seeing, is that what it's called? Professor Oak gives Ash some gifts from his friends, family, and Pokemon. Oh, Misty's gift? One of the lures. And in this rare instance, it actually does match up perfectly with a previous incarnation of the lure, that being the one that Misty is shown using in the episode Hook, Line, and Sinker, meaning that this lure is, most likely, one Misty had already used before. And that's super cute. He's only shown using it one time, though, in the Diamond and Pearl episode Beweasel Your Way Out of This. Puns. Somewhat notably, after explaining what it is to Dawn, he refuses to let her use it.
Let me give that thing a try.
No way, Dawn!
Come on, Ash. Why not?
Because I said so, kid!
Wow, that must be really rough on the, Pearl shippers. Pearl shippers? Why not diamond shippers? Oh well, I am a Pearl bitch. Of course, there's a ton of other minor examples as well. There's this and... Oh... Hey, buddy. Just take it easy there. We wouldn't want to do anything we regret. God damn it, 4Kids, look at this fucking mess you made. You spilled food all over the house, and now there's ants everywhere. Yeah, so this is kind of an interesting point when it comes to Pokéshipping. 4Kids, the dubbing company behind the early seasons of Pokemon, like, really wanted Pokéshipping to be canon. Like, really. Aside from adding some clues in the dub where there were none originally, which I'll give examples of in a bit, they also created a lot of original media to suggest that there was something going on. The first and arguably most famous example of this was Misty's song. After the runaway success of the original Pokemon theme song, it was quickly decided that 4Kids could make fat fucking stacks if they put out an entire album of Pokemon music. Thus, the To Be a Master album was recorded and released in 1999, the height of the Pokemon craze in the US. You might remember a lot of these songs from the anime. What Kind of Pokemon Are You, Viridian City, My Best Friends, The Time Has Come, but tucked away on the back half of the album is a song that Pokéshippers the world over would never forget. Aptly titled, Misty's Song. It is told through her perspective, and it is nothing short of an all-out declaration of love for Ash. Low-key, this song's kind of a jam, but it's horribly dated. I don't know if there's a year it could have come out other than 1999. The session vocalist who originally sang this, Yvette LeBoy, who is, to clarify, not Misty's voice actress, is a nutrition and lifestyle coach now, so check out her website if that's your thing. I say the session vocalist who originally sang this because there's actually a few different versions out there. Aside from the original To Be a Master version, there's a re-recorded English version and a German version, both with Yvette LeBoy swapped for vocalist Barbie Schiller. These were released as a single in Germany. 4Kids really wanted the message out there, I suppose.
While trying to research Barbie Schiller for this video, I also found out that she sung some of the other old school Pokemon songs for their German releases, like Pikachu, I Choose You, for example. And actually, just before the release of Pokemon Black and White in Germany, there is a party in Hamburg, a big event with mascot costumes and live music, and Barbie Schiller actually showed up there to perform some of the Pokemon songs that she had originally sung vocals on, including Misty's song. Now, there's a video of Pikachu, I Choose You, and it ends on the introduction of Misty's song. That's where it ends. We could have had footage of somebody officially affiliated with the Pokemon brand performing this song, not to mention at an official event as late as 2011, when Misty had long since vanished from the anime. But hey, I'm not mad. No, I'm not mad at all. Why would I be mad? Look at this shit. What about that would make me mad?
But more importantly, the song is also featured in the stage show Pokemon Live. I'll have to go into more detail on this some other time, but yes, 4Kids made a whole ass Pokemon stage show because they knew it would make them fat fucking stacks. And there's a lot of really interesting trivia I could go into regarding Pokemon Live, but I'm not going to, because none of it is relevant to the focal point of this video, which is the idea of a potential romantic relationship between 10-year-olds. Maybe it's time I quit the whole YouTube thing, you know? I feel like I'm putting out information into the world that the world really doesn't need to hear, you know? Maybe it's just time I give this up. Just try something different with my life. Just, you know, move on and become like a peanut farmer or something. In the context of the musical, Misty sings the song to a sleeping Ash post-Jigglypuff as she cleans the drawings off his face. After Ash wakes up, he wonders who he heard singing, and Misty says that it was probably just a side effect of Jigglypuff's song. The entire show, being American written, leans pretty hard into the idea that Misty has feelings for Ash, even going so far as to incorporate it into another song. I've Got a Secret is a song sung by Misty, Ash, and Ash's mom, Delia, of all characters, with each of them singing about their own separate inner turmoil. Delia sings about her past with Team Rocket because Pokemon Live doesn't give a shit about canon, and Ash sings about his Pikachu who's been captured by Team Rocket. Misty, of course, sings about her feelings for Ash. These are probably the best known examples of 4Kids creating original content to support the idea of Misty having feelings for Ash, but there's a few more examples that fewer people seem to know about. 4Kids kept making original Pokemon albums for pretty much the entire duration of the original series, so logically their Pokéshipping bias was bound to pop up again. The Totally Pokemon album, what a great name, contains a song called He Drives Me Crazy, another song sung from Misty's perspective, though not by her voice actress, and it's about how she has a big ol' tsundere crush on Ash Ketchum. This one is also an incredibly dated low-key bop. Is that how the kids talk? Come on, it's got key change and shit! Key change!
I imagine kitty cats while singing this song about Dudley Puppy.
Last but not least is the infamous Pokemon Christmas Bash. Yes, there's an official Pokemon Christmas album. Please, no more questions. I drink to forget. Anyways, this album lets you know from the very first song, the title track of this holiday staple, that literally the only thing Misty wants for Christmas is one dance with Ash at the Pokemon Christmas Bash.
Hey Santa, if you're really listening, my wish list has only one thing. Just give me one dance with Ash at the Pokemon Christmas Bash.
That's it. By the way, I don't know if Ash, Misty, and Brock understand how Christmas is supposed to work because Ash asks Santa to help him become a Pokemon master, and Brock asks for Nurse Joy and Officer Jenny. Santa's whole thing is that he has elves make toys. He's not your fucking therapist. God, can you imagine if he actually tried to fulfill those requests? Brock wakes up on Christmas morning and runs downstairs with a twinkle in his eyes, only to find two women gagged, tied, and struggling beneath the tree. You've been a good boy this year, Brock. Merry Christmas. Anyways, if that weren't enough, this album actually contains a duet between Ash and Misty, this time voiced by their respective actresses. It's called Under the Mistletoe. Guess what it's about? The song, of course, culminates in the perfect summary of Ash and Misty's relationship.
Maybe this Christmas I just might get. Hi, Ash. Did you get something to eat? Yeah. Ash, did you realize we're standing under the mistletoe? Huh? Ash, where are you going? I'm getting some Christmas cookies. You just got some cookies. Yeah, I know. Come on, Pikachu. What's his problem, Pikachu? Pika, Pika.
One last footnote for the music 4Kids made. For some reason, they did this to promote Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire.
One Pokemon can take you halfway. Two can help you win the game, yeah. One will surely help you avoid disaster. Two will bring you Pokemon fame. It takes two, baby. It takes two, baby. Me and you.
So this is interesting. This isn't actually an original song written for this commercial, but instead is a reworked version of Marvin Gaye and Kim Weston's 1965 single, It Takes Two. What's this doing in a Pokemon commercial? I have no idea, but I'm happy it here because it gives my shipper heart some joy. I've been searching for the source of this recording for years. I could not find a TV commercial or any information on where this was used, so I asked somebody in the Pokéshipping Discord. They claimed they remembered it being a radio commercial, so I guess we'll go with that. Radio commercial. There is only one YouTube upload of this, so I'm glad that somebody archived it. Who knows, maybe there's some other long-lost Pokéshipping material we'll never know about now.
By the way, we have a full version of this, even though it was apparently used just for a TV commercial. I can't find the TV commercial in question, nor can I find the origin of this. If anyone can help me out with that, please let me know. It's just confusing to me that they still used Misty. As someone noted in the comments, Brock apparently isn't needed. Poor guy. Honestly, I'd forgotten about this until doing research for this video, and any excuse that I have to bring it up is a good one in my mind. It's super cute, and you can tell Veronica Taylor is having a really tough time keeping up the Ash voice while singing it. I think you can actually hear her slipping into her normal voice during the chorus.
It takes two, baby. It takes two, baby.
As I mentioned, these original songs aren't the only example of 4Kids being a little overly eager to pair these 10-year-olds together. While there's nothing as major as Misty's song or Under the Mistletoe, there's a pretty wide variety of edits made to the dub that hint at the relationship a little more blatantly than the Japanese version. Most of it was relatively minor, like this classic.
Wow, imagine Brock married? You and I will be married someday too. Mm-hmm.
That set a lot of people off. I was set off by that. I love it. But 4Kids wasn't afraid to go hard with some changes. For example, the montage shown in Gotta Catch You Later, when Misty leaves the main cast, is substantially different in the dub. Not only did they write and record a whole original-ass song specifically for this scene that doesn't appear on any of the soundtrack albums.
Can't let you see me crying. You're more than just my best friend. What makes me Misty most of all in our final curtain.
But they actually go as far as to edit the sequence itself. The original Japanese version showcases Misty with the entire main cast and puts a big focus on her achievements as a trainer. Meanwhile, the English version is, look at Ash and Misty! Aren't they cute? It's kinda off-putting if I'm being honest. Oh, by the way,
Well, Ash Ketchum, finally, I know how you feel about me.
classic, truly. Possibly the most egregious example of 4Kids changing something in the show itself, and also probably my favorite, would be Jirachi Wishmaker. Misty doesn't even appear in Jirachi Wishmaker, but 4Kids found a fucking way. Max is distraught at the idea that he'll have to part ways with Jirachi. In the Japanese version, Ash finds him and consoles him by having a deep intellectual bro talk with him about how, for Jirachi, 1,000 years passing might not even be that long, and because of the relative length of its life, might just seem like an instant. Whoa. In the English version, Ash takes a different approach to comforting Max. Take a look.
You see, sometimes friends have to go away, but a part of them stays behind with you. It's especially true when the friends are best friends. A good friend left me, and I miss her every day. But I know we'll always be friends forever.
Interesting. Who could he possibly be talking about? Is it Latias? Is it Melody? Is it Serena? No, of course, this scene seems to be a very intentional reference to Misty, and if I'm being honest, I think this works better in the context of the scene, in addition to having the fortunate side effect of giving Ash's character some kind of depth. Naturally, with all this
Hard evidence.
the internet following for Pokéshipping has always been pretty active, somehow continuing even to this day. I mean, look, there's even a subreddit. Oh, armor shipping. What? That's Ash and Serena! They've hijacked the sub! Maybe I can calm this guy down and let him know that his behavior isn't all that nice. Getting banned is not very nice as well? Oh shit, I got banned. Commenicate has failed me. Fuck it, I'll just make my own. AAML is another common name for this ship. It stands for Ash and Misty Love. Not the best name, I know, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Y'all should go congregate there, let's make it active. Anyways, apparently in the year 2000, on an old fan forum called UPN, or Universal Pokemon Network, a club called Official Pokéshippers was established. God, time out, but like, I miss forums. I know there's plenty of them still around, even multiple active Pokemon ones, but like, the golden age is obviously over and just, I miss them. Anyways, this confirms that not only was there an online following for this shipping in America as early as 2000, 2 years after the anime started airing here, but the term Pokéshipping had already been established. It's just like I said, babies first shipping. Another side note, the user who founded this club went on to found Bulba Garden, one of the most prominent online Pokemon communities left out there, and of course, the home to Bulbapedia, which I've been repeatedly using as a source for this video. So a lot of those original Pokéshippers are still out there. With an active online following this big, it's only natural that Pokéshipping has an abundance of fanworks out there. Fan art, AMVs, fanfics, you name it, it's out there. Although of course because of the rotating nature of the Pokemon cast, a lot of other characters end up being shipped with Ash, so...
What the... It's the most ineffectual shake I've ever seen. Holy shit, what? What the fuck was that? What is...
You know what? Honestly, I don't know what I was expecting. But I do know one thing, you can always go deeper.
A happy day in Lumio City. Ash finally invited Serena on their first date. After a lot of time spent alone, Ash decided that he needed a girlfriend. Ash and Serena were walking on the streets of Lumios when Ash kissed Serena on the lips.
This means that we're an official couple now. Serena, I've been feeling this way about you since we met at the summer camp a long time ago. Do you feel the same way?
Ash, I'll do anything that you want. Please, kiss me to your heart's content.
Serena pulled Ash in for a long and thorough French kiss. Suddenly, an angry girl has appeared. Out of nowhere, an angry red-headed girl with a wooden mallet jumped out of the corner in an attempt to attack Serena.
Get away from him, you ugly ducklet! Ash belongs to me! Ah! Who the hell are you?
Ash angrily looked at the attacker until a sensation of realization came across his face.
Hey, you're that annoying girl that used to stalk me because of a broken bike even though I told you I'd repay you when I had the money. What was your name again? Mickey? Milfy?
It's Misty, you idiot!
Misty hit Ash on the forehead with her mallet and he fell unconscious.
Why, you wicked bitch!
Serena yelled in rage. She managed to pull Misty's mallet out of her hands and hit Misty with the mallet hard on her stomach. Misty bent over in pain. Serena proceeded to slap Misty on her cheeks until Misty couldn't move anymore. Then, she threw Misty into a large trash crate that was standing nearby. Misty tried to resist, but she lost consciousness from the awful taste and smell when Serena shoved a very rotten, worm-infested apple into Misty's mouth. Misty was lying in the trash where she rightfully belonged.
I love these goofy one-shots. They're always, oh my god. You know what? I've been talking about the online presence of Pokéshipping for a while. I think it's only fair for us to take a bigger look at what other fanfiction this community has to offer. All the way back to the beginning, up to now.
So, Misty, do they have the test results back yet? Misty looked down at her hands. I could see she was upset, and I could also tell that she'd been crying. It's cancer, isn't it?
Ash, would you dance with me?
She said, and I could tell she was holding back tears. I felt like kissing her when she said that. I gratefully accepted, and she led me onto the dance floor. Of course, knowing our luck, a slow song starts to play the moment we walk onto the dance floor. I put my arm around her waist, and she put her arm around my shoulders. I was blushing, probably a tomato red color, but I noticed that she was also blushing, so I didn't feel so dumb. I'm going to write the lyrics to the song down, because I think they symbolize what I'm about to write next.
Wait, what? Oh, shit.
How do I do a night without you? If I had to live without you, what kind of life would that be?
Today, one of the newspapers that runs in Palatown called me and asked if I could write about what had happened to me. They said it could be as long as I like. I agreed to it. It would be the perfect way to tell Misty I love her. I know I'm going to die today. I could feel it. Thank you again to everybody I met on my journey. Without you, I would be nothing. And please don't be upset that I'm dead. I'm not afraid. I fulfilled my dream of becoming a Pokemon master. That's all I've ever wanted to do since I was about 3. And I did it. So I guess this is goodbye. I promised I wouldn't cry, but I can't exactly help it. So long, everybody.
How fucking Trisha Yearwood. God damn it.
What to do? I want to battle. Do you want to battle to Pikachu, buddy?
Ash said while rubbing Pikachu's face.
Pika. Yes.
Pikachu answered. That's the spirit. Suddenly I miss Misty and also others, but Misty is different. Why do I still like her? She doesn't like me?
Ash cried.
B? Are you okay?
Pikachu said.
I'm okay, Pikachu. It's just that I miss her and she's not calling me anymore. Frowny face. It's been 4 years since we split, I said.
Hey, Ash.
Serena said. Oh, hey, Serena, I said.
Why are you crying, Ash?
Serena said with a little confused. Oh, nothing.
He looked away and wiped his tears off.
Just tell me the truth, Ash. I'm always here for you, smiley face.
Serena said.
Oh, thank you, Serena.
Ash said.
It happily, well, there's this girl that I like.
In Serena's mind.
Who is that girl? I wish it's me.
The girl that I like was Misty. We always fight, but I still like her. But I think I don't like her. I love her, and I miss her so much, I said.
Oh, I see. Don't worry, Ash. Maybe there's some other girls that you will meet and you can be together. Serena answered with a jealous face. ... Or maybe the girl was already in front of you. ...
Serena sighed. Huh? What was that, Serena? I asked.
Oh, nothing, Ash. I just wish you will not met each other again. Oh, I mean, I wish you will met each other again.
Serena said with heartbroken.
Thanks, Serena, I said.
Ugh, I hate Misty, whoever that is. I'm sure I'm much more pretty than her, I said with angry voice. I think we need to go to beach so I can wear my swimsuit and Ash will love me, I said with evil smile. ... Then I ran through Ash. ... Oh, hey, Ash, I said.
Oh, hey, Serena,
Ash said. Let's go to beach. Want to join in? Ash was about to say sure, but Brock cuts in.
What? Beach? Can I come too? I want to see some beautiful ladies.
Brock said with big happy mouth said. Of course you can join, Brock, I said.
In Serena's mind.
This was supposed to be mine and Ash moments. Ugh!
Ash sees Misty at the beach.
Hi, is that you, Misty? I asked with nervous. Then Misty looked at me. It is you, Misty! I said with happy face.
It's Ooh Ash, I miss Ooh so much.
Then Misty hugged Ash, then she let go fast and her face completely turned red.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She said while blushing.
Oh, it's okay, Misty. I miss you too, I said while blushing. Then suddenly I farted. Misty laughed at me. Misty laughed. Stop it! Everybody farts, you know, I said while blushing.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. T.
Misty said, it's okay, Misty. I said, hey, Misty, there's something I want to tell you, I said while blushing.
What is it, Ash?
She asked, then her face was blushing.
Author's note, sorry guys, I need to cut here for a surprise. I don't know when will I make the next chapter, but I hope you enjoy.
So, Misty, I want to tell you this for a long time. I said, in my mind, I can feel myself turning red.
What is it, Ash?
Misty asked, then she blushed. I like you, Misty. I said, then my face completely turned red.
Is this a joke, Ash?
She asked and she looked away. I can see that she is blushing so much. No, Misty, I like you. I love you since with our first journey, I said.
Really, Ash? I like you too.
She said, really, Misty? I asked.
Yeah, Ash. I love you, Ash. Then her face turns red. Why Ash doesn't like me? I did everything to him. But why? Then I was about to go back to Ash and Misty, then I saw them having a good moment in park, so I'm just like a fool watching them while I was here crying. No, Serena. Be brave, I said to myself. It's time to do your plan. Okay, so the plan is I'm gonna make her jealous, and then they're gonna break up. Then I checked my phone, then I saw this. I think it's time to hack Ash's account, I said with evil smile. Then I hacked into Ash's account. I need to change Ash's status into relationship with me, Serena, I said. Then I changed his status. I checked my phone.
Wait, what? Just a few hours ago, you and Misty were together.
That's stupid, Brock. I said, okay, I'm gonna comment with Ash's account.
Yeah, but I love Serena now. Misty is ugly.
That should do it, I said. Then I saw them fighting. I listened to them. Hey, Ash, what is this? Are you breaking up with me? Misty shout.
No, I'm not breaking up, Misty.
Ash said. Then what is this? Misty showed her phone to Ash.
That's not me.
Ash said. How could you, Ash? That's it, we're breaking up.
Misty said, then Misty ran while crying.
Pikachu!
Pikachu, electric shock me!
Please kill me.
How could you, Pikachu? I thought we were friends. I said.
Not anymore.
Pikachu said.
I know it's the general consensus that there's a lot of terrible fanworks to make fun of out there, and I think the voice actors and I have demonstrated that quite well. But the Pokéshipping community has also created a lot of quality fan art, and I'm sure quality fan fiction, although that's not really my thing. While shipping has a tendency to bring out the worst in a community, it can also bring people together. I think the fact that so many people still care about this years after Misty has stopped being a regular cast member on the show says a lot, though. She straight up didn't appear in the anime for 10 years, and there was still always an active Pokéshipping fandom. For a lot of people, this part of their childhood was really important, and they've managed to find a way to keep it alive. I don't know. To me, that's pretty cool. Holy shit.
I just talked about Pokéshipping for over half an hour.
It's weird how these things from your childhood still interest you, even a...
FBI, open up!
What? What the fuck is going on?
We heard that little speech you did at the beginning. Her soft Viridian eyes. She's an underage girl, you fucking lowlife.
Oh, come on, officer. Misty was like 10 in 1998. That means she's gotta be like 30-something now. Wait a second, Ash is still 10 in canon. That means... Oh no.
Oh no! Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed my video on Pokéshipping. I know, pretty unusual for me. I'd like you guys to let me know if you liked that or not, because pretty different stuff, and if you want to see more like it, I can definitely provide. I'd like to give a huge special thanks to the voice actors for helping me out with this one. I will leave links to their channels in the description. We have Cool Discs 101, who voiced both Ash and Brock. We have Julia Weil, who voiced Misty, and we have Minnie Isready, who voiced Serena. They all did really great work. I cracked up a lot while listening to their stuff. Recommend you check them out. Oh, also, if you're new here, I'd recommend checking out my video on Super Monkey Ball, early 2000s Sega game for the GameCube. I would also like to shout out the Neighbors Club. You're hearing their cover of Misty's song in the background right now. Very nice people. They covered one of my songs after I just commented on this cover at one point. They're very, very nice. Definitely did not have to do that, but they went the extra mile, and I really appreciate that. Listen to this cover kind of a lot, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I will leave a link to them as well. Anyways, this is Jonii, and I will see you with another video next month. Peace.